Have you considered getting back with your ex? I have a blue tongue. I had Taco Bell. What is up, y'all? Arianna here, back with another video. Today I'm gonna do a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me questions about what's been going on in my life. If you guys care, and a few of y'all care, so y'all ask questions. But before I get into the answers, I first want to give a special shout out to Diamond CBD, who is actually sponsoring this video. If you follow me on Instagram, then you've heard me talk about Diamond CBD before. I have a lot of trouble sleeping sometimes. My mind is always racing, especially now because I have so much going on. And sometimes it's hard for me to like calm down and just settle in and get ready for the night. So I personally like to use my CBD to go to sleep. So CBD is not weed. It's not gonna get you high like weed does, but it does have the calming effects so you can go to sleep. It helps with your anxiety if you are anxious. I personally like to take CBD with like little gummies or candies or things like that. These ones are so delicious. They're little mini fruits. They taste so good. I take a couple of them and then I am knocked out for the night. This also helps too if you are going through anything, you're just like anxious or need to calm down, then I definitely suggest CBD if you are of age. But anyway, I have a discount code for you guys down in the description box below, so definitely check that out and check out the link to Diamond CBD. Alright, now it's time to get on with the questions that you guys asked. I asked y'all on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube to give me questions, so let's go into it. Will you ever drop a full album for your fans? Actually, I'm so excited. I've been working on original music, y'all. I have been, I guess you could say, inspired, or you could say heartbroken, whatever. But I've been working on some songs. I have one, my single picked out already that is going to be released in September. I'm really excited about it. I'm not going to give the date yet because I just want to make sure like everything's finalized and stuff. But there's going to be a music video. It's going to be amazing. And then I also really want to work on an EP. I have been writing other songs too. But yeah, it's all still the early stages. I just know that my single is going to be out in September, so be on the lookout for that. I wish I could play a sample or like a little snippet, but I can't yet because I don't want to give it away too early. But just be ready. Be ready. I played it for all my friends and they all love it. They say it's a bop, so I hope y'all think it's a bop too. Have you got any more stories you're going to share with us? I love your weird date stories so much. So I actually do have a few more story times, like things that have happened. One of them, I don't know if I want to share it because I got my heart broken, y'all. I got friend zone hardcore. But I mean, maybe in a few months after I've recovered. But I did go on a date and I do have with someone else during that time that I was friend zone. But he was really nice and I don't know if I want to tell that story yet because he was really nice and I don't want to hurt his feelings by telling that story. But I mean, if y'all want it bad enough, I'll do it. And then there's another story that happened back in like October that I haven't said yet. But that one's really funny. Also, he was nice, so I don't want to hurt his feelings either. That's the thing too. Like, these stories are funny, but they're like, these are real people. So the reason why sometimes I hold off on some stories or hold off for a while is just because I don't want to. I'm not a mean-spirited person, and even though it was like terrible dates, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So we'll see. We'll see. Someone on Live had an idea to do live stream stories, so I may do that for a couple of these stories because that way it's not going to be like on the here on my channel, but I almost just died. But at least I'll be able to like tell y'all the stories. It'll be pretty funny and y'all will be able to like interact with me on there. Also, speaking of, I've been saying I would go live. I have been going live on younow.com/Arianna Jonae, so definitely click the link down below and follow me, and we can go live together. We can chat and it'll be fun. What's the most important / best / worst trait a person can have and why? This is from Hannah. Love you, Hannah. I think the best trait someone can have, I guess, well, let's talk about like, I guess let's make it into like a significant other type situation. So I guess in a significant other, the best trait, like that's hard because there's more than one trait that I look for in someone, but I guess one of the best traits would have to be their they're selfless. I've dealt with like a lot of people that kind of just think about what they want, what they need, what's good for them, and they don't really consider like the other party involved. So I think that's definitely something that I'm looking for in someone in my next boo. And then the worst trait that a person can have would probably be just being, I guess being negative is definitely a terrible trait. Negativity just like surrounds whoever is that negative person, and then it just like attaches onto people. So definitely being negative and not being able to find any positive light in anything, that is definitely like a really bad trait that I wouldn't want in my significant other. Why did you start YouTube? I actually started my YouTube channel. I made my first channel back in like 2006 maybe. I was in 8th grade, and I made YouTube because I wanted to be an actress, and I actually wanted to be a producer at the time. I think I wanted to be a movie producer. And so I made a channel so that I could have my own outlet to act and to produce and create whatever content I wanted to create. Kind of said, how are you doing? You know what? I'm doing great today. Every day is a different story. And a lot of y'all know, like, I did take that break from YouTube for a little bit, just trying to get my life together. And I'm still trying to get it together, but I found that I actually am happier creating videos right now and like creating content for you guys and creating the content that I want to make for y'all. Like, my views have been way lower than they've ever been because I'm not doing the stuff that you know, that gets the views necessarily. I'm doing what makes me happy, and the fact that like all the comments have been positive on these videos, even though it's like not as much as it used to be, it still makes me happy, and it makes me feel like I can you know, get an audience that actually wants to see those type of videos. And y'all that are still watching and supporting, I really appreciate each and every single one of y'all. So y'all make it better. Y'all make my days brighter, okay? Okay. What's your favorite color? Hot pink. And I've also really been into like yellow. Do you have any siblings? I do. I have an older sister named Brittany. She lives in Vegas right now, so we're not too far. She's not in Texas anymore, so I can actually like go out there. It's literally like a 4-hour drive. And so if y'all see me in Vegas, it's usually because I'm visiting my sister. And then I also have a half sister named Janine, who's also older. No question, just want to let you know you're beautiful inside and out. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Y'all have no idea. I feel like this video is just gonna be me saying like how like obsessed I am with you guys and like how I really appreciate y'all, but I do. Like, I can feel myself getting emotional thinking about it. But y'all have got me through so much. Y'all don't even know. I cannot wait for the day that I can like tell y'all everything that happened in these past like couple years since moving to LA. Like, y'all, if you can lip sync to one song for the rest of your life, which song would you lip sync to? I guess I'd do something that I can't like hit the notes on, so maybe something like from like Dreamgirls, like And I'm Telling You I'm Not Going, or like something like that. I think that could work. Yeah, and if you could dance to one song for the rest of your life, which song would you choose and why? That is such a hard question. I really don't know. I really love Fifth Harmony, Work From Home, because my roommate Amanda taught me to dance. So I actually really danced to that one. So I mean, I could do that. But for the rest of my life, just one song? Maybe Back That Thing Up. LOL, what's your bra size? Is it overwhelming knowing people look up to you? I didn't know people looked up to me. I mean, it's always been in the back of my mind because I know that like some of y'all are a bit younger. Most of y'all are my age or older, but there are a few of you guys that like comment and like my stuff and follow me and stuff that are a little bit younger. So I do try and make sure I'm not being too extra. Like a lot of my activities I don't post about because, you know, I don't want just to be litty all the time online. I've always wanted to act, and I've always wanted to be out here in LA, and I've wanted to like host and do all these things that I'm doing. And I knew at a young age that if like taking this career path, people would be watching and like possibly looking up to me. So it's not really that overwhelming, because it's just something that I've been preparing for my whole life because I wanted this so badly. Do you like Mediterranean food? I do. It's delicious. It's delicious. Have you dealt with racism in your journey through Hollywood, especially in this current climate? What's been your experiences? I mean, first, growing up in the South in general, there's been a ton of stories that I could tell. There's a tons of things that have happened out here that I've had friends be like, what in the world, that were there with me. Like, there's been crazy things. But as far as like in the actual industry, I personally haven't dealt with much. I have had times where like directors will like cut my scenes or cut away because they don't know how to light someone like with my skin tone. But that's only happened like maybe once I for sure can think of. But most of the time people are like pretty open like in the actual industry from what I've dealt with. And I think what it is also too, because I'm getting in the industry now and this is like the time where everything's shifting and changing, I think that I'm not going to have to deal with as much as like the women that like paved the way for women of color in the industry. But you know, I've heard their stories and it's crazy. How do you deal with haters? I don't deal with haters. I ignore them, or I just be like, thank you for the view, thank you for commenting. Y'all know how this YouTube algorithm works. You comment, you like, you watch, and then the person gets more views. But if you feel the need to comment something negative, I see it, probably gonna ignore it. Sometimes I'll be clapping back, but I gotta stop. I'm probably just gonna ignore it and just be like, you know what, thank you Lord for another view, another comment, and another paycheck. Amen. Have you considered getting back with your ex? So my ex and I, for those of y'all that are new, I used to post, my ex and I used to post on my channel years ago. We broke up over 2 years ago. We broke up over 2 years ago. But we were friends for about a year after that. We did almost kind of have like moments where we were like kind of like, should we try it again? I don't know. But you know, this is such a hard question. I don't know. For now, we aren't really in contact. I do still creep on his Instagram. He probably knows, probably see me looking at his story. He be liking my stuff sometimes, occasionally. And I know he's doing great things. You know, I'm proud of him. But we just haven't really spoken in a long time, like almost a year. It's been a while. So, I don't know. As a black woman living in a time where everyone basically wants to look the same, big butts, curvy figures, etc., how do you maintain your day-to-day confidence in who you are and what you're capable of / bring to the table? By the way, you're gorgeous and I love your channel. Thanks, girl. Okay, so the number one thing, I think something that actually helps living in LA, dealing with this, is because you see the real people. Like a lot of times, especially when I was like I used to host for red carpets, you would see these people up close and personal and you're like, they don't look like their pictures. Like a lot of these girls, they use all these face tune, they use all this like shape stuff to make the booties look bigger and things like that. And then sometimes like some lip injections look bomb, they look good on some girls, but sometimes in person they be looking botched. And like, so I think it helps like knowing that Instagram, like literally I have this talk with my friends all the time. My friend Herbert, we literally were talking about this yesterday. You know, Instagram is your highlight reel. People put their best foot forward on their Instagrams and on their YouTube channels and like online social media, you know. So not really taking social media too seriously and like knowing that it's just people putting their best foot forward kind of helps a bit. Easier said than done. But then also too, I just find things that I love about myself that, you know, other people can't emulate. Like you can't get surgery on your personality. But yeah, I just really try and like focus on like the things that I love about myself, and that helps a lot. What's your favorite physical and mental quality in yourself? I always think it's good to appreciate things about yourself and rock your strong suits. That's crazy because that was the last question. I don't know. I don't know what my favorite physical trait is. I used to be like, oh, I love my hair, but sometimes I be acting crazy. I like my cheekbones. No, I really actually like my face like structure a lot. I love to contour a ton, even though like I don't really like have to, but I just love to accentuate it. I have really high cheekbones. I think that's something I really like about myself physically. But mentally, I guess like personality wise, I love that I can laugh about a lot of stuff. Like I can laugh at myself. I'm not too serious. I hate when you're like hanging out with someone and they just take everything so seriously. They can't laugh at themselves. They have to look perfect and do this and do that. I can't stand it. I just want to have fun. Like, I'm here for a good time and hopefully a long time, but like a good time. If you could live in any other country in the world, where would you live? And what language do you wish you could be fluent in? Some of the best girl groups have come out of the UK. So, I mean, I don't know if I want to live there because I heard it's like gloomy and stuff. And like, I like the sun, but I've always wanted to. And what language do I wish I could be fluent in? I wish I could be fluent in Spanish. I tried. Like, I took Spanish all throughout high school, college, and I can like understand like a little bit. Like, there's little things that I know and I can like speak like a little bit, but nowhere close to fluent. I be trying. Like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Arianna. Me gusta comer y bailar. Hope I said that right. Do you like to read? I used to love to read until I was forced to read at school, and then I was like, man, you know what? I hate having to being told to do something. But I do have a few books that I've been reading lately, and I do a lot of Audible books. Like, I listen to a lot of books. What does success look like to you? I feel like the ultimate success for me, I just want to, my goal right now, my goals are always changing. Like, as soon as I reach a goal, then I'm like, okay, next goal, next goal, next goal. But right now, my goal is I want to get paid to do what I love and live comfortably doing it. That's success for me. Well, that's my next level. That's my next success step. And then after that, I'm sure I'll have something else. And I just want to be happy too. I feel like success is happiness, but you're always chasing happiness. But I feel like I'm always chasing success. I'm never satisfied. But that's how you grow. That is how you grow. How long have you been a believer in God? Since the day I was born. I almost died. My mom tells me the story every year on my birthday. I almost died, so yeah. I grew up going to church and stuff, and as I've gotten older, my faith has gotten stronger, so there you go. How long is your natural hair? This long. Okay, let me see. I haven't straightened my hair in a very, very long time. It'd be around right here. Boom, 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 boom. So I guess waist length. Is that my waist? Was it hips? Waist? Yeah, waist length. What's your favorite food? I think my favorite food right now is Taco Bell nacho fries. But I also really do like pizza, sushi, tacos. I also really love my dad's barbecue. I miss it so much. I want some barbecue. We both have eczema, and that's what led me to your channel. I'm 29 and it's at its worst right now. Can you tell me what you do internally to combat with your eczema? Like, what do you eat? Do you take vitamins? How often do you drink water? And what foods do you avoid to combat the inflammation? Love you and thank you. I actually don't do anything internally for eczema. I literally just do like my lotions and things like that. I feel like most of the time my eczema is mostly like, it happens when I get stressed. Like, I started having eczema. Literally, I almost had a breakout the other day. I felt it right here on my neck, and I was like, oh my gosh, no, because I had been stressed. But for the most part, I usually just like make sure I'm using Dove soap. I use my Aveeno lotions, my creams. How was the PostGrad Life transition, girl? Well, it was actually not super bad for me. I got really lucky and I got an internship my last semester of college, which is like the summer semester, and then I got hired on from my internship. So for about a year and a half, I was working with at Awesomeness TV. So it was great to be able to just like get a job right away. But I'm still right now. I'm kind of, I was gonna say it was a post-grad crisis, but it's not really. And now I'm at like quarter life crisis. I'm about to be 25 next month. So it's like the transition from going to working that job to like actually following my real like dreams. It's tough. It's tough. But it's all gonna be worth it. It'll all be worth it. If anything, it did make my faith a lot stronger in God, and I've been like practicing like law of attraction and stuff like that. So it did make me more in tune with my spiritual side, to say the least. But it's hard out here for a pimp. I'm a Texas girl like you, moving out of state soon. Do you have any tips for the process? Definitely FaceTime or like Skype your family whenever you get a chance. Talk to them, call them, keep tabs, and like tell them what you're up to and stuff. Just make sure to stay in like contact. Them being your support system helps a ton. And it is a difficult transition being away from everyone, but if you are going like moving for like your dream or like career or something that you really are passionate about, then like you'll make it work. Do you plan on filming more story times in the future? Yes, love you so much. Yes. Hopefully. I mean, like I said before, I just don't want to be mean to anyone. I don't want to like make it seem like I'm calling anyone out. Like I did the whole Aladdin story time because he was like legitimately crazy. I know a lot of people are like, you're the crazy one, you're the psycho, like whatever, but legit that man was crazy. Like if y'all saw the second part video, he was stalking me for months. He and I talked for like a couple, maybe like a month back like last summer, and I did not get rid of this man until like January of this year. Like, leave me alone. So, and he finally stopped contacting me and stuff too, like after I told him like, listen, this is harassment, like you need to move along before I have to get some like the police involved or something. Like, so I didn't feel too bad about saying that story because he was a legitimate like crazy man. But a couple of the days that I've gone on, the people have been so like, the guys are nice, but they just weren't for me. I don't want to like, they didn't do anything like, I mean they did some weird stuff, but like I just don't want to be mean. We'll see. We'll see. Do you still talk to your boyfriend in college? No, we haven't spoken in a long time. We still keep on each other's Instagrams though. I've been seeing him like my stuff. I don't know if you think that I can't see it, but I'll be seeing it. I've been creeping on him sometimes too, just seeing what he's up to. He's doing well. Proud of him. How do you get your skin to glow as such? Have any tips on closing enlarged pores? I actually do love going out like to the beach, like no makeup, and just like getting a nice glow like naturally from the sun. I know like it's like a whole thing like, oh, black girls don't need a tan, but I love like just laying out and getting that sun because you get this natural glow. You don't even need to put on makeup. Like it just it looks so good. Like I love just going out and getting a nice little glow from the sun. So I guess that's my tips on how to get your skin to glow. And then how many tips on closing enlarged pores? I heard I haven't really tried it. Well, I guess I have tried it. Whenever I rinse my face, like after I'm done washing it, I rinse it with like warm water, and then I kind of go in with cold water a little bit because it's supposed to like close your pores after you wash everything out. That's all I do. I've never really had like a problem where like my pores like stay open or anything. But I do a little cool water splash afterwards. That's supposed to close your pores. So give that a try. What has been your most embarrassing moment? I have so many. Oh, one time, here's one. One time I was at a BeautyCon party a few years ago and I accidentally bit my tongue, and I bit it so hard and it was hurting so bad, but I was like, whatever, like it's cool, like just suck it up. Apparently my tongue was bleeding. I bit it so hard. Nobody told me, and it was like my teeth started being like red, and like nobody, and like it was like red right here, like on my lips, like it looked like I had like old crusty lip gloss on or something, but it was a blood, and nobody told me until I got back to my apartment. I looked in the mirror and I was like, I looked like a vampire. I looked like a whole vampire, and nobody told me. I was like, y'all, this was like years ago. But that was really embarrassing. I was like, how many people are smiling all buddy in their face, and I had a freaking blood coming out of my mouth? They're probably like, what is wrong with that girl? What is she eating? It was blood from my own tongue. That's nasty. It's so embarrassing. Oh, and then one time back in high school, or like I guess the end of high school, I was making out with I guess my ex-boyfriend from high school, and then I like pulled away and I looked and he had a booger on his shoulder, and it was from my nose. I was like, oh my god, what do I do? So I grabbed it, so I acted like I was just like putting my hands on his shoulders, like, oh, so cute. But really I was like, slide the booger, and I put my hands behind him, then I threw it. I talking about? It was his neck, and I was just like, I just was like, ugh. I'm trying to like throw up. He didn't notice though. Are you in a relationship? Okay, no, I am single. I did have a moment where I almost kind of wanted a relationship with someone, but like I wasn't ready for that relationship right away, but I wanted to work towards a relationship. But he just wasn't on the same page. So I'm single. I'm just focusing on myself. I was focusing on myself before I had this whole like heartbreak encounter, this whole friend zone encounter. I was focusing on me. I was doing me. I was working on my career, and then got a little distracted. But some bomb songs have come out of it, and I cannot wait to share them with y'all. I can't wait. Any advice for getting through high school without hating everyone? I was involved in a lot of stuff in high school. Like I was in the student council, spirit committee, I was in theater, I was on the cheer team. I did a lot of stuff because it made things more fun, and you got to meet a lot more people than you would with like a normal just a clique or whatever. So I say get involved and like figure out what you like to do. You know, find like what you like to do, experiment with different clubs and groups and meet new people and go to games and just be really involved. I feel like that helped me get through high school because it was just always fun. There was always something to do, whether it's going to like a game or like cheering at a game or like going out to eat with friends afterwards or going to the homecoming dance or planning, being part of the planning group for homecoming dance, volunteer to decorate for this event or volunteer to be part of your student council to help with like pep rallies or like stuff, things like that. See if you could talk on the mic at the pep rallies. I used to be the person on the mic at my pep rallies. Nobody listened to me though. So that is it. Those are all the most of the questions. I edited out some of the inappropriate ones, but that was it. Thank you guys so much for asking questions. I was low-key kind of nervous. I was like, I wonder if anybody's gonna even ask questions if I say I'm gonna do a Q&A. But y'all did. Y'all wanted to know what's going on. Now it is time for the notification squad shout out. Alright, let's see. This video's notification squad shout out goes to Chantel Wallace, notification gang. And I think you were on my live the other day. Shout out to you, girl. If you want to shout out in my next video, you know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe and turn those post notifications on so you know every time I upload. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you really want to hear the story times. Comment down below and let me know. If you guys want it bad enough, I will do it. If you guys want it, I'll do it. Just y'all better be protecting me if these people come for me by telling these stories. Y'all are my new security, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Also, don't forget to check out Diamond CBD. The link is down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!